So hi and welcome to another video, and today we're going to do a first impression on the Deathadder Mini V2. Now, used to my more detailed reviews, this one's going to be very light touch. We're just going to go through some of the initial first impressions I've had with this mouse, and my later review that is more detailed will come after I've had some more time with the Deathadder here, and to give you all the statistics for latency and things like that to give you a better competitive edge over your rival gamers. So starting off here, well, this is the traditional Deathadder shape that you've all become used to. The only difference here is it's smaller than a Deathadder, and a lot of people have been asking from Razer. And finally, Razer have listened and given you a small version Deathadder, so an ergo mouse for the smaller hands. This mouse dimension comes in at 113mm in length, 39mm high, and 62mm wide at the back. I will be doing a lot more measurements in my other video, but these are the basic measurements so far. Priced this, well, I got it from AliExpress. I got it for $35 US, so it's a good price. It's going to come in around the same price as the Viper Mini here. Good to see here from Razer they're doing some low-end priced mice here, so expect a few compromises when we go for this first impressions. The mouse itself is made from full plastic. There is no rubber here on this Deathadder like you'd normally get on the traditional larger version on the sides. This is all plastic. Straight off the bat for me, I don't particularly like ergo mice here anyway, but this one is too small for my 18 by 9cm hand. I certainly can't palm it. I could claw and I could fingertip grip it though. It's good to hear from Razer to see they've took some feedback from the Viper, where the Viper had a solid plastic center circle around the sensor. Here they've added a PTFE skate, which is good so people won't be sanding them down. The other skates here are very good. They've also given front and rear skates. They've split the front ones, which are slightly different sizes, but overall the skates on this are very nice. One of the things Razer has stepped back on here from the Mini is on the Mini the screws are under the label, but on this Deathadder here you have to take off all 3 skates here. You can leave the center circle for the sensor, but you have to remove all of the skates to be able to open it, to power cord it, or to do anything on the inside that you wish to do. For me, it seems like the same cable here, but we'll have to test that. I can't see any additional flex here. It does have a slightly bigger shoelace on it than the Mini Viper, but for me, it still seems to be a little bit lacking in flex to other mice that we've used. So I don't know if they've changed something here. We'll have to do some more tests and see. What's interesting in this Deathadder Mini here is they're using grey optomechanical switches, and they do feel a little bit more snappy. Listen to them in the sound test. Some people have been asking me here, can the Razer Viper optical switches be changed for more mice? And yes, they can. You can put these in the Mini Viper. You can put them in other Vipers. They are changeable, which is good to see. I'm hoping Razer are going to come out with some other switches that you can put in yourself, because these PCBs are designed to have hot changeable switches, which is good. The one to me, they'll have quite a bit of post-travel and a little bit of pre-travel. That's more to do with the shell here. A little bit of a shame here. I found these are quite long presses on this mouse. The original Deathadder had the same issue, and they haven't addressed that in this shape. What it does have is a nice scroll wheel. I've been liking the Viper scroll wheels. This one is certainly nice as well. The only difference here, it's not as flat on the rubber on the scroll wheel, this Deathadder, as you are on the Vipers. It's got a little bit more of a concave shape, so slight difference here in the wheel itself. There's also a DPI button behind the scroll wheel. It's very, very big here, and a lot of people probably will press it, although it is low profile. I'm looking forward to tearing this down, as I will be doing with the Viper Mini, and doing some weight reductions. They're coming probably early next week for the Viper, but it's going to be interesting to see the difference in construction here. The side buttons on this are also using TTCs, using full-size switches here, and these feel really, really nice. These are probably some of the best side switches I've had in a long time. These feel on point, these are crisp. These were a very, very nice press here on the side. One of the disappointing things here, and I kind of expected it, is it's using the 3359 sensor that the Viper Mini uses, so expect to have high lift-off distance here. I've shown some tips on how to address this on the Viper Mini in this video that I'll put up, and you can use the same here on the Deathadder if you've got that issue. It would have been nice to see Razer put the 3389 in this, but again, they haven't done that. The Razer logo here isn't invisible when it's turned off. You can still see it like you can do on the Mini Viper. Overall, they have a decent logo. There's no underglow on the Deathadder either, as there is with the Viper Mini. One of the things I've noticed, and it could be that because I've got the earlier version here, and it's from China, this version, is that the Synapsys software I've got doesn't work with it. I can't control it. It's not detecting in that software. So if you do buy this one, put a link in the description, then at the moment you're not going to be able to control it in Synapsys. You can use something like Xmouse software to control the buttons, but you can't control the DPI profiles. You have to stick to the standard ones, which are 800, 400, 1600, etc. And you won't be able to turn off the Razer logo either. No biggies here, but you have to take what the defaults are here out of the box. So overall, to me, this is built exactly the same as the Viper Mini. There's no rattles, no squeaks, no creaks, no issues with the build quality. It's a cheap pricing. I paid some like $35 for it, so I can't really complain here. This again is a cheap mouse. So my conclusion here, well, from Razer, again, it's good to see a good product here for the price. This is certainly worth it. I can't get on with ergo mice, and I certainly can't get on with the Deathadder here. But that doesn't mean you won't. That's personally my preference and my grip here. I think this is certainly worth looking at if you're looking for an ergo mouse. It's a good price. Again, the only problem here really for me is the sensor. I've already discussed that on the Viper Mini. If you want to go check that out, I'll put a link in the description for that as well. If you're interested in seeing some other videos, check out my playlists. Plenty more around modding mice as well. If you know, I do a lot of mice mods here. I've recently done the G305 Model O wireless mod here, so go check it out as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Catch you later. Bye bye.